In this video, we will walk you through the interview process. To hire people, you need to do an interview. Interviewing candidates, however, isn't as easy as asking a few questions. Your company needs to define and follow a process. This will help make hiring decisions more straightforward and more accurate. Here's what you need to do to make your interview process top notch. This video is sponsored by ZipRecruiter. Find quality candidates fast with ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter distributes your job posting to 100 plus job sites with a single click. Get started for free today by clicking the link in the description below. An interview process is every step that you go through as a part of deciding who to hire. Every hiring manager and recruiter must understand and follow the interview process. Otherwise, things get confusing for everyone. You've probably heard about companies ghosting candidates. This can happen when managers or recruiters don't follow the process and give feedback to candidates. You can have different interview processes for various positions and levels within the company. The process you use to hire a new grocery store cashier differs from a process to hire a new senior vice president of marketing, and that's okay. You're looking to do what's best for your company, which means good processes for every level. The interview process starts before anyone says a word to a candidate. Don't skip these steps though, or you'll have a less effective method. Number one, create a good job description. A well written job description influences who applies to each job. It can be a good pre screening step. If you have a hazy or incorrect job description, people who are not qualified will be more likely to apply, making the next steps for the interview process more difficult than they need to be. Number two, screen resumes. For some jobs, you'll receive 3 applicants, and this step isn't as important. You'll receive 150 applicants for others, which is when this step becomes crucial. While keyword searches within an applicant tracking system can be very helpful, remember, keywords are not the only key to success. Unless your response is literally overwhelming, make sure you look at each resume to select the top qualified candidate. Number three, conduct a phone screen. Ideally, this should not take more than 10 minutes. It's mainly to ensure the person on the other end of the phone is the person who actually wrote the resume. Number four, presentation or skills test. You may wish to have the candidate do a presentation, take a skills test, or do a personality assessment. Make sure these are all related to the job at hand. One key is to have your current employees go through these screenings. You may find that the personality that you want is not the one your current successful employees have. Number five, conduct a formal interview. This may be in person or via video interview. When conducting an interview, it's important to ask the right questions. Check the description box below for both a video and an article on the best interview questions and what to look for in answers. Number six, conduct additional interviews. This part of the process changes depending on what position you're interviewing for. A phone screen with a recruiter and an interview with a hiring manager is probably enough for an entry level position. You may wish to have other team members present or higher level managers interview for candidates for higher level positions. Number seven, on site interviews. If you've opted for video or phone interviews up until this point, and the candidate will ultimately work on site, it's essential to bring them to the office. This is especially crucial if the job will require the person to relocate. Here's one additional tip for your interview process. To have the best success at interviewing, plan your process before you screen candidates. This way, you can tell candidates, we'd like to have a video interview with the hiring manager. Then, the top 3 candidates will come in for an in person interview panel with the directors in the division. After that, we'll make our decision and notify you. You'll give candidates feedback after every step. If you decide not to bring a candidate to the next step, tell them as soon as you've decided. Don't ghost candidates. To have a good interview process, you need good candidates. To help find the best candidate, post your first job on ZipRecruiter. You can click the link in the description box below to post your first job on ZipRecruiter for free.